Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be starting a new series for both Twitch and YouTube. It is going to be a series all about the different civilizations in the game. The goal of the series is to show the theory side of each civ, plus the practical side, and even answer some common questions from Twitch chat themselves about the civ, of course. So the way I'm going to start it off is I'm going to choose a civ. For the first episode, I chose Mayans because Twitch chat voted for Mayans. And so here's how it's going to go down. I'm going to spend the first 5 minutes talking about the theory of the civ with the tech tree and what maps are good on. Then I'll ban the 4 maps that I think they're not very good on. Then I'll queue up. While the time I'm queuing up, or during the time I'm queuing up, I'll ask you some questions from the Twitch chat, and that'll obviously be seen on YouTube as well. And then once I get into the actual game, I'm not going to answer any more questions, and I'm going to focus completely on educational commentary and explaining, why the civ is good, how it's played, and I'm going to do my best to explain its strengths and weaknesses and go about how I would play the civ on whatever map we end up getting. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the Mayans. So Mayans are actually, they tend to be one of the stronger civilizations on the land maps. They're okay on Navy, they're okay on water maps, but on pure water they tend to be not that strong. So let's take a look at the tech tree and see why they're so powerful on the land. So let's go ahead and go to the Mayans rather. All right, so let's go through their bonuses to start with. So in theory, Mayan economy is going to be really good, and they have cheap units as well. So they start with an extra villager, but minus 50 food. This is really good bonus because it's straight out the gate you have an extra villager, and then minus 50 food, you're able to compensate for that rather quickly. But this does also mean that you have to get loom at the start of a standard game. Resources last 15% longer. This means that each wood that you're chopping will actually yield 115 wood. Now, I get a lot of questions about this, so I'm going to talk a little bit more about it. Basically, what this does is that it makes you not have to refresh lumber camps as often. It reduces the walking time because the trees last longer. And I'm just using trees as an example. It also works for stone and gold. And especially for gold, it makes you it gives you more gold from just the 3 mines that you end up getting. So this is a really good eco bonus, and I think why they're such a strong civ. Their main bonus here, I'd say, is the archer units cost minus 10%, minus 20, and minus 30 in castle, or in feudal, castle, and imperial. And then the plumed archer unique units is basically like a fast moving archer, kind of like a cav archer, except it's on foot, so it doesn't actually take bonus damage from anti-cavalry units. The unique tech is the obsidian arrows, which gives their archer line, not the plumed archer, not the skirmisher, just the archer line, plus 6 attack for buildings. Very strong bonus. However, since it only affects the archer line, it's more or less situational. And then I think their really strong unique tech is El Dorado, giving their eagles plus 40 HP, making them, in my opinion, at least or actually factually, the best eagle one-on-one in the game, and in my opinion, the best eagles overall as well. Team bonus is that walls cost minus 50%, and remember that the team bonus applies even in 1v1 games because you are considered to be on your own team. Alright, so let's take a look at the tech tree and see what common options Mayans have. Their main thing is that they obviously have the Arbalest with all upgrades, Thumbring included. They don't get the Champion, which is maybe a bit lackluster in certain situations. However, they also get Halbs and Elite Eagles all the way upgraded with all the techs in the barracks like Squires and Arson. Going through their Siege here, obviously, it's a Mesociv, so you don't actually get access to any of the cavalry, so your stable is useless. And then for the Siege, you get Siege Ram, which is their main option. Heavy Scorpion could be quite situational, and then Onager as well isn't too bad. However, you're not given access to Siege Onager. Their blacksmith is completely full except for the stable, so this is a great blacksmith to have. And like I said, their navy play isn't too bad. They get all the upgrades, just no special bonuses for navy, so they're not the best on water maps. However, they can get by on hybrid maps. University is more or less full, missing siege engineers, aeroslits, not that big a deal. Siege engineers can be costly if you want to go onagers, so usually we're going to avoid the onager route and just go for siege ram if we want some siege. From the archer we've already talked about. Their monk tech tree is not that good because they're lacking redemption. They have the other upgrades which aren't the most useful if you're missing this one. So monks are mediocre, and then the rest of it is pretty irrelevant. They get some good eco upgrades as well. Missing this, but no big deal. Alright, so quickly after seeing the tech tree, we can conclude that the Mayans, their strength is on land, of course. However, they can get by on hybrid maps. And then finally, we probably want to play with walls and boom up to our cheaper units. So our walls are cheaper, so that's going to be good. We'll probably play with some archer units like Arbalest or Plumed Archer, and then we'll try to maybe switch it up into maybe Halb Eagle in late game. So those are our main options. Archers early, Halb Eagle late, and then Plumed Archers always in the back of our mind. As far as the siege units, Trebs or Siege Ram seems to be the way to go. So that's the theory of how you want to play the Civ and what options you can go for. Let's take a look at what maps we want to ban based on those kind of theoretical points. So right away, Arabia, land map, no problems. Mediterranean. Now, I know this sounds like a hybrid map because there's some water and some land. However, how this plays out, especially in competitive play, is mostly a water map. Because if you lose water, you end up losing the game. And I stress that Mayans rather, don't really have the best water play. So we're going to take Mediterranean off here. We're going to ban it. Arena, land map. You start with walls, which is not ideal because you're not making use of the main walling bonus. However, it's still a land map and they still have really good economy. So we're going to keep Arena. Nomad, they're not bad on it. I know it's mostly water, but you start with an extra villager, which helps a lot. Nomad, it spawns after your TC is built, but it's still useful. So I think Nomad, it's fine to keep. You play out on water a little bit, and then you transition to land. Plumed Archers are especially good on this map because you get to castle the hills and take control of the map. Acropolis, mostly land. However, you don't have access to the scout. And Acropolis, if you saw my map guide video, it's more about full feudal and controlling the center. So I think I'm going to ban Acropolis. I don't think Mayans are good on it. Hideout, this is a really good map for Mayans because you start with a few walls. However, you might have to rebuild them. And so you make use of the wall bonus. And you get to boom up into those options as we talked about. So Mayans are really good on this one. Mega Random can be completely random. And I don't think I want to play a completely random map because we might get a full water map. So I should ban it. Golden Swamp, it's mostly about water as well. However, I'm debating between Golden Swamp and Four Lakes and which one I would prefer to play with Mayans. I think I prefer to play Four Lakes with Mayans, so I'm going to ban Golden Swamp, alright? Again, I'm taking out most of the water maps and play on the land maps. Alright, so that's it for the theory and the map ban. Let's go ahead and queue up and answer some questions from the Twitch chat, which is probably going to be on the screen on the side. There it is. Awesome. No, on Nomad, you start with 3 vills, but you get the 4th one when you get your TC up, which is actually very useful. So, any main questions or mine questions, ask it in the chat. What are the standard counter civs to Mayans on land maps? Usually Aztecs have good matchup against them. However, I would say that there's not a whole lot of counter options because Mayans are so high tier. So there are just civs that are really strong that can match them. So civs like Chinese, Aztecs, Persians can come to mind. Recommended openings? Ooh, we already got a really quick game, so I'll answer a couple more here. Archer openings are really good. Meta Arm into Archer, Drush FC. Those are great openings. Anything that can get you into an Archer opening or a crossbow opening isn't really good in Mayans. How do you play Mayans on maps with less gold? I would say that that's pretty much they're one of their weaknesses. Actually, I forgot to mention that they're very gold dependent because Eagle and Plume both cost gold, which is their main units in Imp. So I would suggest that you try to play conservatively and play more with like Skirm or Pike in the early game because you get, or even in the late game because you get fully upgraded trash. One more question here. Arbalest or Plumed Archer? I'd say Arbalest early and Plumed Archer for late game. What are the biggest power specs for Mayans? Probably in Imperial Age when you can get access to the Eagles, and in early Castle when you get the cheaper crossbows and the good economy. Alright, why are you so cute? Well, Roxy, that is not a man question. Phone's going away. Let's get into the game, and it's going to be 100% educational commentary. But the Mayans. So, start off, we're going to do Loom right away. And we're going to do a standard 2 houses as usual. My opponent is playing as the Tatars. So that is quite a strong civilization now after the new patch. But I think that Mayans should have a decent time against them, at least in the early game. In late game, we might struggle against those really tanky Hussars. But we'll see how I'll deal with those guys a bit later on. Alright, so right away I want to take a look at my map. Remember when I talked about the early options for Mayans, which are the archers. So all I know is that for this, for this kind of game, or for these like Arabia land maps, you want to just try and secure your map and eventually get into an archer option, either in feudal or in castle age. Just taking a look around, got my sheep. Let's actually switch my color to blue. I'm not sure why I was red. Alright. And let's pick up those sheep. Yeah, so right away thinking the Tatars might have a really strong late game. They also get Thundering for free, so their crossbows might be strong. However, I do get cheaper crossbows, so I'm fine taking those trades. So I'm fine playing archers here versus Tatars, and in late game, I think eagles will be the way to go, because I don't really want to play archers versus or plumed archers versus their hussar with a lot of pierce armor because of their unique tech. I'm taking the backwood. I'm looking at my map. Is it easy to wall? Can I go for a drush fast castle? If I could wall, but I'm noticing I have a forward gold, so probably not going to go for a drush fast castle. I'd have to then play with men-at-arms into archers. Again, I'm trying to get into archers as fast as possible. That seems like a good opening. Okay. And I'll probably use... this is a really big woodland because my eagle's going kind of in weird ways around it. So let's go ahead and scout this because I need to see where I can wall. Remember, Mayan walls are cheaper, so we're going to try and wall our map and secure it. And also, we're lacking the mobility because we don't have access to any cavalry units, so the more you can wall, the better it is for the Civ, pretty much. Alright. Keep this board. Remember, our sheep last longer here, so we gotta make the board dance a little bit more than a usual Civ. That's how we can wall that side. Alright, so have one backwood line, second backwood line. Forward gold is not great, and actually I'm noticing I have 3 golds forward. So this is a bad map. I do have a backstone, but my golds need defending, so I cannot play this one greedy and try to go to fast castle. I have to play a lot in feudal age and make sure to defend my gold and my resources. I do have a nice wall on this side though, and I might want to wall that nice and early. And I could even wall it like this, so I could wall this and keep that right side secure. The left side may be easy to wall as well. You know what? Let's swing my eagle over to this side, because I want to see if I can wall it to the edge. Because if I can secure my entire map, like wall it all up, and just play on the front in front of my gold, that's one way to protect it, and a good way to protect it as well. Alright, so let's send another village here. We'll get to walling on my map. This is probably inefficient pathing of my eagles. Maybe I should go scout my opponent first, then come back here, because I don't want to run all the way there directly, because then I'll be too late to scout my opponent. Let's go scout MDL here. Also, quite a nice opponent for this first series. So as you can see, I'm testing it out versus, I'm testing out these civs versus strong opponents, not just versus an AI or something. So I think it's a really good test to see how strong these civs can be in practice as well, and how easy it can be, or how hard it can be to get to their strong options. Alright, so I'm going to wall up to this side as planned, and then I'll probably use the same build to wall up this side. My plan is to go 23 pop into men-at-arms. That's going to be a good opening. He already notices me walling as well. I notice he got woodline here, but actually men-at-arms can't really hit that woodline too effectively. Maybe I can go straight archers instead. Berries are quite close to the town center as well, although maybe here I can do some damage. Yeah, let's go for the men-at-arms. Go for them. Right. I don't want to let him see that I'm going men-at-arms, so I'm going to wall up my base. And he is going forward. Okay, so this completely changes up the game. I guess he saw my golds. So good thing I went for a faster feudal age here. My plan is still to go men-at-arms, I think. He's going to attack me on this side. Let's go wall this side. Keep an eye on his villas always. Alright. So normally I'd add a second lumber camp, but for now I don't think it's necessary. I think instead what I should do is go for my stone, but add more towers. So you know what? We're gonna have to adapt completely to this, and it's not gonna be as smooth as we wanted it to be. But that's okay. These things happen. Let's just react to it. So he's gonna start his power rush over on this side. He probably has advanced to feudal age now. Yep. He'll probably do his first tower out here. I don't really need the stone, so I'm not gonna react too much to this. You know what? Even with my militia, why don't I just go attack him? right? I'm not really making use of them at home. I might as well make use of them on the front. Now about to fully wall. I'm not sure why he was taking the wood there. And then when he makes the tower on the front, then I'll react accordingly. But for now, I'm perfectly happy to do this. Now we can react. Once he gets in, we can react, actually. We don't really mind what he's up to now. I'm thinking of going for a range, but I think I want to get a couple farms out first. I have 2 on stone. Let's go for a third. Gonna wall up his side, which is good. Alright, now we gotta prepare defense. He's doing a nice job defending as well from this. He's walling up. Great wall. And let's see where he's gonna drop a tower. I might lose a vill here. Yeah, we lost 1 vill. No big deal though. The villager's down. Now we can take that the tower. Cool. We lost 1 vill. Not ideal. Not the end of the world either. Go back, clear up the tower, and our men at arms. Well, they forced an idle vill, which is not too bad either. I'm gonna go around this side. Let's see if I can wall up this side. Fast now. Into a tower here. We have to react. Good reaction from him. Awesome. And we'll just quickly react there. Alright, now I have to debate whether I want to get blacksmith and fletching or an archer range for archers. Alright, so go wall up. She'll finish walling up. Auto more vills there. You know what? I can send 3 vills to kill that. Why not? Pretty undefended. Now I should start thinking. Yeah, let's get horse collar now. I'll start thinking about archer range. Or maybe blacksmith. Maybe I can go straight into plumed archers. Yeah, plumed archers are a nice one to go into. In a game where you get forwarded like this. Do I go for a blacksmith? I'll get fletching. Cool. The way you want to do this is just repair when he's not attacking you, and as soon as he starts attacking your villas, you want to garrison again. There it is. And then try to hit his villas. Make sure we're fully walled. I'm checking for holes now. It just looks like there's no more holes there. You realize this, keep walking. Yeah, good. He actually has a stable. Interesting. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll re-wall this. Now we're fully walled again. And he's invested into a stable. So if he makes any horse units, any scouts, he'll have mobility, but I'm fully walled. So we negated the mobility. Remember, mobility was the weakness for Mayans. Now we're pretty much safe on mobility. Okay. So my entire eco. 1 lumber cap is fine because I'm defending for a tower rush. Otherwise, I'd probably want to go up on 2. Check the berries again. My men at arms have done more damage than you guys think, by the way. I forced them to wall up a lot. And I'm simply just defending these towers now. Now he's given up on it. Awesome. Oof, that's some low HP vills there. That's not ideal. I can't really block them nowadays, though. Alright, clear that up. We got a gold back again. Killed 1 vill, so we got back the vill he killed. After this, you know what? Let's get wheelbarrow and let's send him to stone. And we'll probably get our army cleaned up now. But we're gonna get good trades here. Yeah, good trades on the HP. Oh, fantastic trades right there. He's not able to get good trades on the men-at-arms, so he lost 4 scouts there to 3 men-at-arms that, in my opinion, already did damage, so we're in a great position. Now, our plan is to go for plumed archers, so we don't need to make any range. Instead, what we want is a market. That is a good place for it, but you know what? I just want to build it more quickly. So let's just do it right there. Instead, the question is that now I need another lumber camp. Where to put it is the question. Get one more villain stone. Plan is to go up, get a castle, and play with plumed archers and castle age now. And I'm only doing that, again, I adapted to the situation because he tower rushed me. My strategy was to go men-at-arm to archer. I had to adapt because of the tower rush. So again, don't be afraid to adapt from the theory. And that's just what the practical things is all about. And knowing when to adapt and what unit options you have available after you get tower rush, for example. Go make a lumber camp here. Put them up a little bit more. And again, because I know the different options I have with Mayans, I'm able to actually adapt and switch up my plan and go for the plumed archers. Because I do know that that's also a really powerful option for them. Alright, so these men-at-arms have done tons of damage. You can look for a Hera snipe here. I see a range now, 2 ranges. That might indicate skirmishers. Okay, so skirmishers might be on the cards for him. I can play plumed archer Mangano then. Be a nice counter to skirms. Go for a snipe. Let's see if he's not paying attention. But no, this will never work versus a top 10 player. There's just no way. They know what's up. But you know what? Instead of this, maybe I should be thinking about the map and thinking about what I want to be doing in Castlage. So, forward gold, very bad for him. Another gold, also very bad. And you know what? A third gold. He's got all 3 golds kind of on the front. And I do see 3 gold in the same area with a hill nearby. So if I can, in theory, get a siege shop here, or even here on this hill, it can be really good. So you know what? Let's do that. So I think I'm going to get a castle defensively, or can I go offensively? This is a really interesting position. I don't need to make a new farms. Hey, can I get a castle offensively? Is it worth the risk? I don't know if it's worth the risk. You know what? Maybe let's play it safe and let's just get a castle right here. Just to play it safe. So that will secure my stone and keep an eye on the hill. So that does a really nice job of securing my map. Meanwhile, I'm also going to look to boom though, because I have a lot of resources. So I'm going to get both eco upgrades here, and I'm going to look to get a couple of town centers down. So I'll start with the first one back here. But not only boom, maybe I'll do 2 TC and forward siege, because like I said, there is a lot of ways to push this map. Soft stone now, maybe he's adding in some town centers of his own. He's got some archers here, interesting. You know what, let's get a market here to wall up. I'm gonna get a defensive siege shop now. Yeah, he's getting a town center in the corner. That town center should go up. Can I get a bill? Not quite. Alright. I guess very low though. So we'll get a defensive siege. And I'll just delete that market. And again, this was kind of our plan though. Plumed archers and siege. It is that we wanted a forward siege shop, we're stuck with a defensive siege shop instead. Get fletching, and the plumed archer production is already starting. Now he's going for crossbows, which makes sense because he's playing as the Tatars. He's going to make use of the free thumb ring. Now I have to make another decision. Do I go for a third town center, or do I go for another Mangano? I think I'm going to do another Mangano. I'll stay on 2 TCs and look to pressure him with some plumed archers now. Because I really want to punish this forward gold. So I'm thinking like forward castle can come down here one day. Let's push from this hill, okay? So I'll stay on 2 TC to be able to make this push happen. We make this lumber camp. Remember, the trees last longer, so for another civ, this lumber camp would be a lot more inefficient than it is now. Let's move out. Okay, on the cards is also ballistics, perhaps. And this castle is making me really safe. Let's just double wall that side, just to be extra safe on that side as well. You know what? Monastery or ballistics now? Get ballistics. I really want to play with strength in my plumes and my position as well on the map. And, oh, nice play from him. He's also getting an outpost here. He wants to push me from that side. Nice play from him, though, putting those guys there. Okay, this is good. Oh, double kill. Good one. Again, I got the hill. I got the hill now, so this is exactly what I want, and I'm saving up for another castle as we speak as well. I'm in a good position at the moment. I'm in a very good position. I think he might have something on this hill, so let's take a look. Okay, and make a few farms, and yeah, he does have a siege shop on this hill. So I gotta watch out of where I'm sending the plumes now. I have to do a defensive siege. Let's repair this just. I'm taking advantage of the hill bonus. He's going for tower defense. Make a defensive manga now, and you know what? I want to invest in those forward now. I'm trying to sneak these guys around. That's my only gold though, so. 4 bills on there. Sure, not getting housed. Cool. Did I sneak out with those villas in time? I think I did. Now he's gonna push me on my base. This is the problem. Now I don't have any gold, so maybe I should go back on my plumes? No, let's continue pressuring. Now I might get kicked off my gold entirely. Did want to do a forward castle? I think we should still commit to that. Missing thumb ring. So let's get maybe range here. So this is a really interesting game because we're kind of doing a little bit of a base raid now. Delete. Oh my god. Ah, that's what we're talking about. And you have to go for the delete there to get more spread on your shot as well. And now we clean this up, and that's game over for him pretty much. Get thumb ring. So what should have been a base trade is actually just a cleanup for me on my side. And now I'm also taking out his gold, his main gold. So I could actually start using that myself. So this is a very good scenario for me. What? How did he shoot like that? Yeah, this is not good. Let's just run away. I don't think I can take this anymore. I'll go back again. Maybe I should switch to skirmishers, honestly. Lacking some gold. But I'm taking this gold now as well, which is nice. You know what? There's also... Yeah, just take the gold. This game... I don't think this game is actually as over as I think it is, because I still have some gold issues. Ooh, castle. Go on this side. We're both taking pretty bad hits right now. And you know what? I could actually use handcart and break up this side. Get some outposts. So I'm looking for extra gold and or his gold. Not sure why those guys died there. That was not part of the plan. Can make another cast if I really wanted to now. Not sure why that guy's going there either. Nice. Dodge there. Dodge there again. Get Town Watch. Actually, this is a very messy map. Game, rather. Oh! Let's fix you guys up. But I think I found some gold. No, I did not. Those are wolves. Looking for more gold. Found some stone. This is not too bad. You know what? Oh, this is so good. It's exactly what I was looking for. But with these other bills, I'm also gonna do a castle here. Kill that town center. 1 for 0 here. Come back. I have the gold, so I don't really care too much about what happens there. Should I bounce my eco and click up soon? Oh, but Keshiks are coming in. That's interesting. That I don't think I have a counter to. I have to make some, they're basically like stronger knights. I've only been making skirms. He's got the gold control. I gotta start making more gold units. Archers. Good reaction from him. Those guys are quite strong nowadays. You have gold though, so I'm fine. You know what? Relics is a conversation to have. They have 2+2, so they're the same as a knight here. They are quite strong. Oh, that's really bad. Did my caster goes up? It did. Get another workshop down. He's pretty all in here though. Do some damage on those guys. Oh, that's something. He's doing really good work to get back in the game. I'm trying to go for Imperial Age, but maybe that's not the right call. Maybe I should go for Pikeman here. Lost my barracks in the front. House problems. Take that gold. Wait. It's a bad situation. I'm really not confused as to how strong those Keshiks are. Seems to be like they're like knights, but they produce really fast. I will actually lose those units. This is not a good idea. Back here. Very messy game here. I do think we're coming out in a decent position though. I do think it's not too bad. Monastery here to pick up more relics. Still have the gold access here, so it's really not that bad. Alright, let's use the plumes to raid. I have to migrate so much here. I have a lot of food economy. These kind of messy games, it's kind of hard to commentate on what's important. The best advice is now to fix my idols. Now that I've stabilized a little bit, fix my idols. I'm at 140 bills, so maybe I could even stop making bills. Focus more on the military. Get all the upgrades, and you know what? This is a good time to switch into help, or to continue making help. Oh, men arm. Go sit behind that forest. And just try and look at your minimap and react according to where he's attacking me. Help would be very important. Got a tactical pause coming in from him. So, a very messy game, but we've been trying to play to the main strengths. So we walled up our map early. We went for archer options, which was in this case the plumed archer. Then we have to transition to skirmisher because we were low on gold, and now we're switching into help because again we're low on gold, and we need to adapt to his. Oh, why did I say sorry? Go yes. I'm so used to pausing. So now we gotta adapt to the situation, which is to go halberdier. Okay. I also want to pick up the relics. Remember, someone was asking, what do we do on low gold settings? Well, Mayans can't really play low gold settings, so we have to make sure we're picking up relics. He's also up to the Imperial Age here. Well done. Good. See if we can stonewall this. Again, we're lacking mobility, so the more walls you can put up, the better. Guard that relic for now. That monk will pick up 2 relics, that's his job. More Keshiks for him for now. A lot of Keshiks. Oh god, those guys are really powerful. He's creating way too quickly. They got buffed in the recent patch. That's why I'm very confused as to how strong they actually are. Instantly repair the castle, and let's just see how strong these helps can, or how well these helps can hold here. They're not elite Keshiks at least. Good sign. Nonetheless, they feel quite powerful. That's pretty efficient for us though. We lost 1 castle, but he lost his entire army. Who's just banging us here? We did have our stonewall stopped though. Yeah, so let's start a push on this side. And it's not efficient to be selling resources now, so I gotta be conservative with my gold. I can choose where I want to spend it. I'm dropping a few bills, so I'm gonna make a few more. Kind of messy games, you really gotta check your idols constantly. Description's amazing for late game. And reclaim the gold. This is the important part of this. Okay, he's going for more crossbows now. You can actually add in some skirms now. Reclaiming the gold is very important here. Let's move to the front. Upgrades and fix my eco. Take the gold. Following up would be ideal. Passing through a lot of his castles though. Let's go raid him. Go raid him where we can. This castle will likely go down now. There's not much I can do to hold onto it. Actually, I could have held onto it. My bad, that was a mistake. I could have held onto that. That's okay. You know what? I'm actually thinking of going for eagle play. I'm doing not much, but trash units. I'm low on gold. Fix my idols after I get raided, or if it's an intense game. Still not elite Keshix. Keep that in mind. Can I get a wall there? If I can get a wall there in time, that would be awesome. Got it. And now we can prepare for Eagle Switch, I think. Take out this castle on the front. Going for crossbows because the Tatars do not get Arbalest. If he's not playing with Hussar, Tatar's late game is not that strong. He needs to play with Hussars. The Tatar late game to be scary. What our units are doing here. Just camp the Trebs though. And again, we're just gonna mine a lot of gold, and then I'll use it one shot to do an Eagle Switch. Getting El Dorado. Remember when we said Eagle's really strong power spike for the mine player? Can I get to them in time? Create the gold efficiently. Let's look and see if there's any relics in the corner. Ooh, I see a stone there. I hadn't noticed it. Let's pick that up. Give me eco upgrades. And I got no idols because I'm just checking my idols. Every time I get an idol, I just click my idol button and we'll deal with it. Look for more relics. I have 3 on the maps. I have 3 relics so far. And I see a 4th one, but he's calling the GG. So GG, that's going to be the first episode with the Mayans. Let's do a quick recap of how the game went down. Oh, there's actually an extra golden stone here. Wow, that would have been really nice. And a 4th relic in the corner. 5th relic, rather. So let's do a quick recap of how the game went down and how the theory played into the practical and what the differences were between them. So in theory, we talked about how archer options early on are the way to go. And we talked about how plumed archers and eagles are probably the better options late game. However, in the practical game, or in the practical sense of it, when we played this game, I went for the early walls, which is all according to theory. However, he went for a tower rush, so we have to immediately adapt. We cannot go men-at-arms to archers. We have to go on stone instead and do some tower defense. So I did some tower defense. I noticed my map was quite bad with the forward golds, so I made sure to defend them as best as I can. And then I played with the plumed archer in the early game, or in the early castle. Why? Because I was already mining stone to get a castle up. So that was my first adaptation. And then I noticed that, okay, he's got a forward gold, and I know he's going to pressure this hill. So I then went ahead and pressured this hill, took it with a castle. I think my only mistake, or one of my biggest mistakes this game, was trying too hard to go to Imperial Age. I should have played with more Castle Age play. Like, I should have put buildings here to protect my castles. I lost 2-3 castles here because he went for Rams and Keshiks. So I kind of went into autopilot mode of just trying to win Imperial Age, whereas I should have been constantly reading the game and adapting and adding in military to keep the map control. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this first episode. Comment below on YouTube what stuff you want to see next, and then also any feedback to the series would be amazing. If you guys don't like the series, let me know. This is the first episode, so just be honest with your feedback, and then we'll carry it on to future episodes. Any feedback is obviously much appreciated. So that's it for this video. Take care and have a good day. Quickly see the stats here. There you go, near the end. It just fell off. All right, Twitch folk. Oh God, all right. That was a hell of a long talk for me. Get the high YouTubes, although I think it's a bit late for that. But show the bill count in episodes. I showed it at the end there. I think I scrolled through it real quick. Roxy's saying I'm offended. You're talking more to YouTube than to us. Feels bad, man. Listen, I just